Welcome to Occasionally Posh, where we enjoy life, laughs, and shenanigans. I'm your girl, Chastity B.
And I'm Sunshine.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Price is Right. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, I thought you was about to hit it, girl. I was about to
uh,
sing.
no. But thanks for tuning in to our episode. This one's gonna be a light week. But we're gonna get it swinging. So, Chastity, do you have a this or that?
I do. So, was The
Would you rather?
Simpsons. No.
Oh, go ahead.
So The Simpsons or Family Guy.
Neither.
Gotta choose one.
I don't really like. I guess The Simpsons. I wasn't really into neither one of them. So, but I don't like Family Guy because it has a lot of racial undertones in it.
I know, but it's still
Yeah.
hilarious.
No. No. We can't be mad at Trump for saying stupid stuff, but let the white cartoon do it. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of stuff that we let certain people slide with, and then you won't let other people slide with, which is something that we really need to stop doing. But I like Family Guy, even whenever it has the racist undertones. I'd be like, no, they didn't, but I still be laughing.
And either be talking about, let me watch it. No. You already black and white everything. Ain't no matter. No, you don't need no help. Okay. I ain't got time to become picking you up from the COVID school because you done something stupid or said something stupid.
No, so they got off Family Guy.
Right. And they be trying to blame me and my parenting skills. That's all right.
And I'm gonna tell everybody like, yeah, that is how she raised him.
No. All right. So this or that, the Cosby Show or a different world.
A different world. I love A Different World.
I do too, but a different world wouldn't be here without the Cosby Show.
I know, but if I had to choose to watch one, I'm gonna choose A Different World.
Yeah, I think I choose the Cosby Show. I love the different world, but I remember way more great moments from the Cosby Show. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like it was like now if I'm sitting there watching it everywhere, I'm like, yeah, man, I remember this episode. Like I could do that, but if I sit here and actually just try to focus on what was my great moments, the Cosby Show, it just sticks out.
Yeah. I don't know. Different world.
Sticks out.
That was the reason why I wanted to go to college. Just because of that.
Oh, baby. I love it. And I love the way they made black families look. It wasn't a lot of shows with black positive black families. Now they had shows back in the day that was put on just because it was funny, or put on and they was poor, or put on, you know what I'm saying, but actually have successful black couple on a TV show. Still to this day, it ain't that many.
You want to know what show I used to absolutely hate? What? That everybody loved, that I'm probably gonna get my black card drawn for. Good Times. I hate Good Times.
It wasn't really my favorite either. I could watch it.
Yeah, I could watch it like whenever we didn't have cable and it was on, I would watch it. But other than that, I was like, they could have got out the hood so many times, but they were so comfortable and so content with staying there that they kept messing up their chances and just wanted to live there, and it just drove me nuts.
But if you really like break it down, that happens a lot.
I know. I
Like people,
know.
people who go to prison, a lot of sometimes they end up back in prison because when they in prison, they get fed, clothed, housed, like so they try to make it, but when it gets it's so hard for people to move on and get jobs and get lives and families that they just like, I'm just gonna do this stupid stuff
Right.
and
This
back
is
up
true.
where I'm at. So
I remember one time I had met this guy. We was at a party and he was there and they was like, so I think it might have been a celebration for him getting out of prison. I can't remember. But anyway, he was like, yeah, I ain't gonna be out long. He was like, I don't know how to survive out here on the streets. He was like, I
right,
need that structure in the penitentiary. And I was just like, huh? And I mean, he went back. Like I think it was
yeah,
like 6 months later, he was right back in there. But I
yeah.
always think about that because I was like, there are some people they probably can't survive out here, which is
Right. And it's not really a great way to survive for some folks. Now, some folks they find their way. Um, so I'm not taking that, it can't happen. But it's
mm-hmm,
just so many. It's already hard for a black male to get a great, just a job in general. I mean, it's more out there now, but when you get a record, it's like automatic shutdown for most jobs. So it's like
mm-hmm.
unless you know somebody who knows somebody, or you just happen to get lucky to be in an area that has like great programs for reentry and things of that nature, it's kind of set up for failure. Like they have to climb a big hurdle to
And then it's
get
like
to a great place.
a lot of the jobs that do take felons, they work them like slaves.
Right,
And then they don't want to work like that. And I can understand because I don't want to work like that.
right. I wouldn't. Mm-mm.
Right.
Being a CNA all them years, they taught me that I ain't made to work like that all my life. Okay, that was some hard work.
I kind of miss being a CNA. I
I
always say
miss
that.
I miss the people. I don't miss the work.
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't no. Now I do miss being around people because especially working in a facility, it's never a dull moment. Especially working with
Hmm.
the elderly population, like stuff you thought you would never hear, you hear stuff you thought you would never see, you see. So I miss that part of it. But lifting and pulling and tugging and rolling and no, you had it.
Yeah.
And
I think it's
it
funny.
amazes me you when you work at places you always work with that one woman who's been a CNA for like 20 years and I'm like, how?
How? Yeah.
Woo,
Like, mm-mm.
ain't no way.
I got, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna move up the ladder. I ain't gonna be a CNA all those
Exactly.
years. We gonna move up.
Exactly. I'm at least gonna be a receptionist, something.
I'm gonna own it.
I can answer the phone. I'm just saying, I ain't gonna be picking up bodies for no 25, 20, 25. Nah, I'm good. Not knocking nobody that do now. Don't come for me. Don't send for me. I ain't send for you. I'm just saying, for me, I ain't picking up nobody for 20, 30 years. I'm barely pick up Jackson sometimes. Like,
Yeah, my kids, they be like, Mom, I'm like, "Boy, you better get out of my face. Too
right,
big." And then I
right.
used to lift. I remember I had this lady, she was like 500 pounds, and I used to do her by myself because I didn't want anybody to like rush me. And I wanted to take
Mm-hmm.
my time with her. She didn't have
Right.
no family. And that was like she was mute. She didn't talk. The only thing she did was like move her eyes and stuff like that. And I used to have whole conversations with her, just being there talking away, telling her my whole life story. But I
Right.
would spend like
Some
45
time.
minutes to an hour with her, just taking my time. They were
Yeah.
like, "You don't need no help." Nope, we got this. And
We
we had
got
got it so
this.
good where she could turn by herself long enough that I could do what I needed to do. And I mean, it was great. That was my baby. I loved her.
That's amazing. Yeah, I have so many people, long list of folks that I got really close to, especially working for hospice, because going into the nursing homes and people wouldn't touch them because they know I was coming, even though I wouldn't come at a certain time. Then I get them, they be soaking wet all the way up to the neck. Like, I just, ugh. It's just, woo, honey. But I mean, some of that is just people fault. Like everybody ain't meant to be a CNA, but a lot of folks do it because it's easy to get a certificate and it's easy to get a job, and you can always find a CNA job. So some of it, I'm like, go work in a. You could go make a piece of furniture or something, probably make the same amount of money.
Right.
But then a lot of it is the state's fault because the limits that they put for nurses for CNAs in these nursing homes is not enough
It's not.
at
It's
all.
ridiculous. It
Like
is ridiculous.
So people get burned out and they get bitter and then they get slack, which is not an excuse because these are still people at the end of the day. But honey, I worked in a nursing home once and I said never again. Y'all can have it. I would never. I mean, I couldn't even never get my paperwork done because by the time I finished the round of all the people that I had, it was time to go change them again. So I had to
Right.
start all the way over. Like, no, and try and asking for some help is like trying to get Trump to leave the White House. So
Child.
unless you just have it, Now, when me and you worked together in assisted living, we all had a pretty good, well, for the most part, had a pretty good relationship. So we would help each other out. Hey, what you need, what I need, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But most of these heifers in these nursing homes, every
I
man for
worked at
themselves.
I worked at one nurse. Well, I worked at more than one, but it was one nursing home that I worked at that I loved. But we had like a great team of people, and every morning, whenever we got in, our third shift staff was so amazing
That's great.
that everybody was like really dry by the time we got in. So food had to be served by 8 o'clock. I think it was 8 o'clock. They started bringing breakfast out. So from 7 to 8, we used to go from room to room, all of us together, get the patients up, get the residents up that needed to be up out the bed to eat. And we
Hmm.
would like spend quality time with them for
That's
one
great.
hour, all of us together. And they used to look forward to that. It used to be so fun. Loved it.
Oh man. Well, it ain't many of them out there. I tell you that.
Uh-uh. And then we had one person that came on that thought that that was stupid and didn't want to do it, and
Of
then
course. And don't get me started. Whew. You got to work smarter, not harder, people. Come
right,
on.
right. We used to have
But
a ball
yeah.
there.
When I worked third shift, I used to look out for people too. But when I was working first, no third shift people didn't care nothing about me. But when I worked third, I would go through and when I did my last round, I would go ahead and lay their clothes out, put their pad out, like just stuff to be easy. So you just go in there, grab up, get them up, wash them up, and go. Make sure
Hmm.
the wheelchair was dry and the new pad was on. I would do little stuff like that to be like, now you gotta do is just get them up. But I would ask for that same respect.
Mm.
Won't get nothing.
Child.
But anywho, but yeah, we got way off topic. But I don't even. Oh yeah, but yeah, I
Different
picked the
world.
Cosby Show.
And I choose a different world.
Yeah. So if you happen to be watching us instead of just listening, please comment below. We don't get enough comments, man. We want to, some positive comments. Let me make that clear. Positive.
We get enough negative.
We get enough negative. There's plenty of that. Positive. Um, but me and Chastity was just in Clubhouse in this really great group of women, and it was just so motivational. The task was to write letters to break up with yourself, pretty much picking out, what negativity was that's within you or that happened in your life, whatever the case may be, and deciding at this moment going forward, I'm gonna write a letter to break up with that and just let it go. And of course, I ain't gonna say nothing that anybody has said because that's private. Um, but I just wanted to mention it. I feel like it's somebody out there who might be listening to us that been hanging on to some kind of issue or problem for years and years and years. And 2021, we got to be different. We got to be
Yeah.
more positive. We got to be, more encouraging of one another, especially us Black women. And let's just nobody can be better for us like we can be better for us, if that makes
Amen.
sense. so,
Amen.
so I just wanted to mention that because I feel like it's somebody out. It might just be if I just reach one. No, that's what the preachers say. But but, but let's let 2021 be time for change. I didn't say this in a group, but one of the things that I said is that I'm letting go the fear that I have of what other people think about me because can't nobody make me happy but me. I mean,
Amen.
people can make me happy, but I got to be happy with myself and my
Right.
situation and my life first, so I can expect somebody else to do it. I'm gonna learn to stop caring about what other people think. Dag nabbit,
No, that's right. You tell them.
dag
Tell
nabbit.
them, sis.
Tired of y'all.
Let them know. Sick of it.
But on to other news, to the topic segment. I was, browsing worldstарhiphop.com today. And I had found an interesting video. Let me share it.
I'm gonna tell you about Jay-Z. I'm gonna tell you about Jay-Z. You want me to tell you about Jay-Z? You want me to tell you? You know, you want me to tell you why he can't be on social media?
Why?
Because he's the most sensitive motherfucker on the planet, and he can't take niggas in his comments telling him the truth.
Oh, what? What's that?
Okay?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay?
Damn, okay.
He can't take it. He can't open up social media. You know what Jay does? He watches social media from a fake page.
Yo, what's up with you and Jay,
Okay?
man?
So first of all, my question is, what has happened to them?
That's what I want to know. See what Google got to say.
You need to do some research.
What did Beyonce's husband do to you, sir?
Right. What Camel Joe do?
Don't come for
Yeah. You know you look like Camel Joe. Shut up.
See, that's why he can't be on social media now. Because of people like you.
Hey, I'm still on there. I'd have been called fat and lonely and ugly and everything else. Hey, as much money as he got, I definitely wouldn't care how much money he got.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to sit down. But this is this is new. I see he's like said that Funk Flex says Drake would have been better than Jay-Z.
Where is it coming from?
Drake is the #1 rapper of all time, better than Jay-Z. I'm interested. I'm gonna have to sit down when I got time. But this isn't the first time that he's said anything negative about him. I see something from 2015 where it says Funkmaster Flex unleashed another furious rant against Jay-Z. It's something deep.
Yeah, this article that I'm looking at make it look like Funkmaster Flex just got a whole list of people he don't like.
Just be talking junk about everybody.
Just be talking junk. But yeah, it says currently Flex and Drake are going at it. But before we get into it, what's the date on this? August the 11th. For yeah, it's got a list. It's got Jay-Z, Tupac, Nas, R. Kelly. Everybody got something against him. Kia.
My neck, my back.
DJ Clue. Yeah.
So everybody.
Like he just got problems after problems over the years.
Funkmaster Flex versus the world.
It says in 2012, the My Neck, My Back rapper Kia called Flex out via Twitter for posting nude photos of her on his blog and Flex We Trust. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. That's
the funny thing is she actually released the photos herself through her Twitter account after they leaked onto the internet. Flex responded with facts. All I did was put the pics on my blog and retweet a tweet. Why are you mad at me? Because it sounded like you posted the photos first, sir. How he get the photos?
That's what I was about to say. Ain't no telling, child.
He was throwing out that neck and that back, I guess. R. Kelly was the center of attention of one of the worst possible reasons ever. He was accused of having sex with a minor, blah, blah, blah. When you say teenager, R. Kelly was acquitted, but Funk Flex unleashed an epic rant on the Pied Piper. Let me be so specific to tell you, fam, with your funny looking members only jacket, your funny beard, and the dumb Mel Brooks look on you had on your face. There is an issue here because we're talking about little children, teenagers, kids, Flex X. I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's interesting. I wish I had known that he hated the world so I could have been more been prepared to talk about this. The whole world. Funkmaster Flex versus the world.
Right. Funk Flex isn't fond of Tupac, and it's been that way for a while. In 2010, Flex was on stage at a concert in New York and made some unpleasant remarks about him. But he ain't even here. There are those that don't F with Tupac, he said, F and Nigga, sucking Tupac's DICKA. Anyway, but yeah, go ahead.
Tupac ain't even here
Oh,
anymore.
and then he said make some effing noise for Biggie Smalls. So I guess he a Biggie Smalls. Well, bye. Anywho. Is he really that famous? Like, I mean, everybody know him, of course, but is he relevant?
I guess. I don't know. He might be to some parts of the world.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody know him, of course, but like for you to be, it's 2021. When the last I ain't heard his name in how long? Like, hey, why you got the audacity to be on here talking about Jay-Z?
When I be listening to them DJ mixes, I be hearing his name.
I like her DJ Khaled.
I don't know. That's interesting, though. It's interesting. Yeah. But then the funny thing was, he was like, you know what, Jay-Z don't be on social media. Then he goes and says he has a fake account. Is he on social media or not on social media?
Right. I guess he mean as himself because he don't want people to go in on him. But if people ain't hating you, that mean you ain't doing something right, is what I've always been told. So, regardless. But people do comment a lot of negativity when they don't agree with you or if they jealous of you or whatever the case may be, which I just don't understand. I mean, we all talk about people now. I'm not saying you're not going to be human, but why waste the energy and the time to down somebody when you don't even know them? That's the thing that I don't understand. Like I might joke or something, make a little comment between me and you or something like that on one of our little small little posts, but I'm not going on somebody like an artist's page, or I ain't going to Beyonce page saying if y'all be high, like what's the point?
And
like
some people do that, and I be like, why? And I have never understood why people follow people that they don't like just so that they can talk junk to them. That doesn't make sense. If I don't like you, I don't like you, and I'm not going to follow you just so I can find something negative that you do. Like, you got up at 6 o'clock this morning. Bitch, why are you getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you dumb hoe? Like, who has time for that?
Nobody. None. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Really? Like, get it together.
Yeah, it don't make sense to me at all. And most of the time when you talking about them, you gonna need them before they need you. So now what you done, you done burnt the bridge.
Right.
Not saying you're gonna have a bridge with a celebrity, but you never know.
You never know.
And somebody like Fun Master Flex, he's in the music world. So now you done talk junk about Jay-Z. I'm sure Jay-Z got way more connections than you. So it's probably gonna be people who don't even mess with you now because you down in Jay-Z for no reason.
Well, it might be a reason. It might be a reason we just don't know about. I want to know the reason, though. Yeah, I want to know why so much hatred. I'm going to call Beyonce tonight and ask her.
Anywho.
Looking for that perfect look but also want to pay the perfect price? Check out Sale Dress. Sale Dress is an international online fashion clothing store who mainly focus on providing women's apparels and accessories at the most competitive prices. So if you're looking for an everyday look, a club look, or that perfect Sunday dress, check out Sale Dress at www.saledress.com. And guess what? For our OP listeners, you can get 10% off all purchases with the special promo code OP20. That is OP20. Thanks, Sale Dress, for sponsoring our podcast.
Man, another video I kind of found that I thought was a little bit interesting was this one.
I want to talk about some aesthetics. James Harden definitely had a pregame meal, averaging 17 points per game over the last 4.
Why?
Did he say he had a pregame meal?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. People get on my nerves.
Facts. He said that. He do look a little heavier than he usually or used to be. So I'm not knocking that, it just came out of nowhere. But when is fat shaming gonna stop?
Never. It's never gonna stop. It's not gonna stop because people have their own insecurities about their self, and they try to point out something on somebody else to make them feel better about themselves. That's all
But
that it is.
that's
It's
immature and stupid.
right? But it's just, I think it's just the world that we live in, and nobody is secure within themselves, so they have to make other people feel bad or bring them down to where they at, and it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks big time. Like people know when they're heavier, people know when they're bigger, people know when their clothes don't look right. Well, for the most part, some people just denial. But I know that I'm overweight. I don't need you to tell me I'm overweight. Like that's not fixing anything. So
Right.
and it's
Exactly.
and it's 2021. Number one, God didn't make all of us alike for a reason. He didn't make all of us skinny, all of us light, all of us dark, all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Just quit. It's just stupid. I'm just so tired of people fat shaming. Like it's way more overweight people in this world than it is skinny people. So
Right.
just
This is
stop.
true.
Just
This is true.
stop.
And then my thing is, just because somebody is heavier doesn't mean that it's something wrong with them. Like somebody
Right.
could be skinny and not be healthy.
Right.
Somebody could be heavy set and be healthier than that 100-pound person.
Right.
Like it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. I'm sick of it too. I don't get it.
Sick of it. You
But
hear me?
that right there used to be one of my biggest fears was gaining a whole bunch of weight.
Really?
And because when I was younger, my grandma, she used to like, you just eat a meal and you walk in the house and she like, oh, you gaining a little weight right there, ain't you? Like, damn, grandma, I just ate McDonald's. So I mean, and she used to say that all the time, all the time.
Yeah.
And then whenever I remember whenever I moved from Roxborough to Chatham County, and like in Roxborough, you could walk everywhere. Like everything was like so close to each other, and then we
Right
knew
there.
everybody. We had sidewalks that we could walk on, so it was like easy to walk. It would Most people preferred to walk a lot of the times rather than getting in the car. And then when I moved to Chatham County, it's more like wooded areas. You can't really
Right.
walk like that. Like there's no real sidewalks. They just recently started making sidewalks up there for people to walk on or
Right.
whatever. And I started gaining weight. So I remember one day, me and some of my friends, we were in the store, and I had went from a size 5 to a size 10 in a matter
Wow.
of a year of me being in Chatham County. And I was in that dressing room like in tears.
Right.
And I called my mama and she was like, I was like, I don't know what to do. She was like, get the size 10 jeans and keep it
Right.
moving.
Let's keep it pushing. Okay. I feel it.
She was like, if you don't get yourself together. And my friend, she outside the dressing room, she was like, girl, come on. Get them jeans and come on. Let's go. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't understand where all this weight came
Right.
from.
I don't either.
And now you come pay me to go back to a size 5.
Honey, I be saying it all the time. Like this weight just won't go nowhere. Even now, I done lost almost 40, or I'm right at 40 pounds, and I'm like, I don't see it coming off nowhere. I just feel so big. I mean, sometimes when I put clothes on, I can tell, but it's like when I look in the mirror, it's like I look like the same old heifer. Like when am I gonna be able to tell the difference?
You don't look like the same old heifer. You look like a little skinty heifer.
Really? Skinty is a stretch, but all right.
Slimming down heifer. How about that?
Right. But it's just so many issues in the world to be just like, I don't know. I just want it to stop. I even like work on myself now as far as like how I talk about people or how I reference people. Like I said, I'm human now. So don't say here now like I'm guru saved or whatever the case may be. But I I pay attention more now to my words that come out my mouth. Sometimes I have to catch myself like, nope, that ain't right. Because we never know what that person is dealing with. We never know, what's going on in their head. Like, how do you know you won't call somebody fat and then they go commit suicide? Or how you know if you call somebody ugly and they, try to shoot their face off? Whatever the case may be, like people already know what's wrong with them, so they definitely don't need your help.
Right.
I'm saying.
I even like within the past couple of years, I had to catch myself about, you know how you see skinny people, you be like, "Ooh, girl, you need to eat."
Mhm.
People say that all the time to skinnier people, and I'm
Right.
like, it's not fair to say that to them. Just like it's not fair to tell somebody that's overweight that they need to lose weight or they could miss a meal
Right.
or something like that. It's not
Right.
fair, and you don't know what people are dealing with. This little
Right.
small person might been trying to gain weight but can't.
Right. Well,
You
that
know,
big person might have been trying to lose weight. That big person might go to gym every day.
right?
Like, so yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just, come on. If you're gonna talk about me, talking about something I actually did that was wrong, but don't talk about my weight now.
Right. Talk
Or
about
how
the
I
fact
look.
that I ain't gonna get my eyebrows waxed. Talk about it. Or I ain't done my hair in about 2 weeks. We looking at chest. And you know,
Right.
you
Come
need
on
to do
now.
something to their head. I've been tired. Tired and
But
lazy.
even then, they don't know what you go through outside of this podcast, you know.
Right.
How
This
much
is
work
true.
you got, what you got going out throughout the day, whatever. So unless you my friend and my family, you gonna come with me with a clear heart and not trying to be shady. I don't even want you to tell me that. I know I look rough. I know what I got a mirror. I got a couple of them.
And I done walked past it 3 times and they be like, "Woo, child, you need to do something to your hair."
Honey.
Look, you should see me the other day. I ordered a pizza. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I ordered pizza for the boys because I was like, I don't feel like cooking nothing. I'm exhausted. And I forgot that my hair was like all over my head because I've been working from home and I ain't had to be on screen. So all I'm doing is answering the phone. So I go to the door, and when I opened the door, he was like, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I mean, like my hair was everywhere.
He like, oh, here go your pizza.
Yeah, I got scared. I was I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "It's been a rough week." He was like, "It's fine." He was like, "I was just a little shocked. You got a lot of hair." I was like,
You're right. You're right. But yeah, and at times right now is especially hard because a lot of people are working from home and things like that. So James probably just, I mean, I know they still playing games and stuff, but I'm sure they probably don't work out as much as they used to, or they don't get together and do drills like they used to. Like I'm sure they do with some, but I'm sure it has decreased.
Yeah, and then they're in their bubble. And if I'm not mistaken, like whenever they after a game, like they have to go in their rooms and they're not supposed to leave. And you
Right.
know, I'm sitting in a
So
room, I
not a
probably ain't gonna work out.
right. And I'm probably gonna order me some food and lay in the bed and eat it. Like it's just being honest. Like if I had to go to a room every night alone, can't see my family, can't see my friends, can't go out. They probably used to go out and celebrate. They don't do that no more. Like, come on now. Times is
Right.
hard for everybody right now. He don't need you shaming him.
Exactly. He probably did eat before he got there. Who cares?
Right.
Doggone it.
Probably with burping and all, but that ain't your business.
That like, woo, I should have told them no onions.
Like, leave him alone. Oh man. So what you think about the fact that they done impeach Trump for a second time?
I think that it's very interesting. It's something that needed to happen. It should have happened the first time. He shouldn't even have got in office, if we're being honest.
Facts.
Do I think that it's gonna go all the way through? No.
No, me neither.
And then, a lot of people are saying, he's about to be gone anyway. Why are we wasting our time? But for him to get impeached right now means that he can't run again. He loses a lot of his benefits. So it does make sense to do it now, even though he has, what's today, the 13th? He has 7 days left while he's in office. But I honestly don't want him to be able to run again.
I don't either, honey. Me neither.
It's crazy. And I have never been a person that like votes strictly Democrat or votes strictly Republican. I dislike both equally.
Yeah. I don't know about equally, but yeah.
No, I dislike both equally because I feel like both parties are a bunch of liars and manipulators, and they say what they got to say to get into office, and then at the end of the day, they all give us their ass to kiss. But I've never disliked a president the way that I dislike him. And
Right.
it's ridiculous the things that he has stemmed into this world. And it's not necessarily him that has done it. It's all these other people, all these racist people that came out the woodworks all of a sudden. But my thing is he doesn't do anything to try to make it better. Like he
He don't
just,
care.
yeah, he doesn't care. And
He untouchable in his eyes, which in
yeah,
a lot of ways he is.
yeah,
So
it just kind of sucks that
is
people are even like that. You
right.
know, I
Yeah.
just, it's just weird. And then I'll be looking at comments on like the news and all that kind of stuff on Facebook and everything. And people, they be like, well, Obama was the worst president ever. Obama was the worst president ever. And I
But
was
he
like, I'm not saying that he was
wasn't.
the best. I'm not saying he was the best. I don't think none of them was the best. But what did he do that was so bad
He didn't. They don't
that,
give him his flowers at all. Like
right?
at
But I'm
all.
just trying to figure out like what was it that he done that was so bad that Trump is like the best president of all, which just lets me know that it has nothing to do with what he has actually done as a president. It's just a
Nope.
white and black issue for a lot of
Right.
people.
Right.
And that's sad. But then they be the first ones to say there's no such thing as color and all this kind of stuff. And
Come on
you
now.
know, but y'all really don't like Obama because he's black, and y'all like Trump because he's a racist and white.
Right.
At the end of the day,
And he good
most
for
of them. I
folks
ain't gonna
with
say everybody.
he good for white folks with money.
Right.
That's why all that they matter is their pockets. If I was them, I'd be embarrassed by the dude.
I mean, I know some black people that are Trump supporters.
I
Some
know a
go to my
few.
church, and but they are like the most sweetest people ever. They're real genuine. Um, and I think that they only like him for the financial aspect of what he brought for them
But
with him
that
being
makes me
president.
not respect them. Them. I mean, I don't know. It
I know,
ain't all
I
about the
know,
money, man. It ain't all about the
I
money.
know, I know. But to some people, money is what makes this world go round, and it's kind of crazy. But yeah,
I just think right is right and wrong is wrong. And Trump ain't did nothing right.
he
Please
signed those
name.
checks.
Ah, he. Mm.
Hold on,
But
pause.
yeah, while we was just talking about him, I just wanted to look up some of the great things that Obama did that people just forget or just don't want to give him credit for or whatever the case may be. But it says he rescued the country from the greatest recession, cutting unemployment rate from 10% to 4.7%. What
Mm-hmm.
killed me about that is that when I'm pretty sure I remember one time when Trump was doing one of his speeches, he was like, unemployment rate is at the lowest it's ever been. And I'm like, that's because Obama fixed it before you got
Right.
there. Like he almost like he tried to take credit for it or something.
Yeah. It kind of sucks because it's like everything that he done in his 8 years, it didn't come to light until Trump
Right.
got into office.
Yeah. But it says he signed the Affordable Care Act, which a lot of Republicans don't agree with that for whatever reason. He ended the war in Iraq. He ordered for the capture and killing of Osama bin Laden, which people forget about a lot. Um, he supported the LGBT community fight for marriage equality, which a lot of people don't like. He commuted the sentences of nearly 1,200 drug offenders to reverse unjust and outdated prison sentences. That's really big.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes on and on. This list is 28 bullet points. So for y'all to say that he didn't do anything is stupid.
Right. I mean,
Like,
there are some things that he done throughout his presidency that I didn't necessarily agree with, but I ain't gonna say he was the worst. I mean, I've seen worse. I
right,
have seen worse. I saw a whole war start that we had nothing to do with, that
right,
he had to end.
right. We just went over there and was like, yeah, stupid. That's why I don't understand about a lot of wars, period. Like, I don't know. We ain't gonna go there because then I might really be called out. But I just feel a lot of times we just butt our heads in business that ain't ours. Like, Now, sometimes they might need us. Like when we went over there and helped with the Holocaust and have to help that end it, I totally understand it was going way too long and them people weren't doing nothing to stop it. So something like that made sense. But that war that we was in, why? I was like,
Child.
Mind your business, man. Just mind your business.
The United States is so ghetto.
Ghetto ain't no word. Anywho, for the audacity, I found a picture and I found a tweet that I thought was interesting. So let me show this picture. It's kind of funny.
Oh, she done made a whole outfit out of blue masks. Shoes too.
Yes, and she got a train. You can't tell her nothing. You hear me?
A for creativity, because I never would have been able to do it. But what? It's low key kind of cute. But
it is low key kind of cute. I wonder what was the thought behind this? Like, were they trying to like get people to wear their masks? Like, I wonder what the story is. That would really intrigue me. Or was you just sitting at home one day was like, I ain't got nothing to do?
Let me get these masks. Like, but that's a whole lot of wasted masks that we need in this world, ma'am.
Right.
But it's cute. It's cute. I see where you was going with it. Release it. Get some some blueprints and make it. I am tickled at the shoes though.
Yeah. It's right around her toe.
And a train, girl.
Can't tell her nothing. I wish I could see her walk in it. Probably got all kinds of gaps in the ass. Butt out.
I know mine would be where she got that cut. She gonna need another line, layer for me. Whole cheek be out.
Right. We'll be covered under. Shoot, it ain't enough mask in the world to cover my titties, so. There'll definitely be a lot of wasted masks, okay?
Yeah, they mad. They like they used all that for that one boob.
They used them 1,000 masks.
And I can still see your nipple.
Right. What they say, a boomerang, is that a shadow or a nipple? That's a nipple because I'm drooling. And
oh my gosh. That is the title.
It was creative though. It was creative. And in this one wasn't really an audacity. I was actually kind of happy to see it, but I put it in the category here.
Just reported my uncle to the FBI. Wait. Cracker uncle. What? Okay.
So the post says, just reported my uncle to the FBI, and it has a screenshot of an iMessage that the person sent, and it's kind of funny because the title of the person in the contact is called Cracker Uncle. So I'm guessing this person must be mixed, and whoever this uncle is must be white. Is what I'm guessing now. I don't know this for sure. But it says, hey, uncle, saw that you went to the riot in D.C. I remember you making a statement underneath my Facebook post a while back saying that Black Lives Matter was a terrorist organization. Well, seeing as how now you are classified a terrorist, I felt it was my civic duty to submit your information to the FBI. From one peaceful activist to a violent and treacherous bastard, all I have to say is get FUCKED. I sure wish I could have seen the rest of this message because Uncle said what the F and he was typing. Okay.
Yeah, I would love to know. Just related to this, I don't know if you saw where I think it was the lady that had, was it the lady that had the onion or the lady that got punched in her face? I think it was the lady that got punched in her face. Anyway, her daughter came out and was like, she had made a post and had showed the mom, and she was like, Mom, is that you? So come to find out, like, her parents and stuff had, I think they put her out or disowned her because she had went to a Black Lives Matter march. And then they turn around and go to the Capitol
Wow.
And so she reported them. She gave the FBI their name. I was like, wow.
Wow. That's what they butt get.
Right. Miss Helena Duke. She's 18 years old. She said, "Hi, Mom. Remember the time you told me I shouldn't go to the Black Lives Matter protest because they could get violent?" And then she had her picture. She was like, "This you?"
Now that's funny. That is hilarious.
I love it. I love it.
Oh man. Well, I got one more. Let's see here. That I thought was kind of funny. It says, things never change. People keep putting my name in their mouth. About to see this BITCH come out. And if you're going to talk SHIT, make sure it's true and not lies. I'm a meth head. I am not a crackhead.
Get my drugs right. Oh my God, I got choked.
I'm sitting there like...
And Hayla. Ooh, she said she made too much money to smoke crack. Okay, Whitney.
She said, get the facts right, okay? Get the facts right. I'm like, ma'am, that's not any better. It might actually be maybe a touch worse if you ask me, but okay. All right.
She said she's not a crack whore. She does meth. She's a meth head, not a crack whore. Get it right.
Oh, please.
I
seen it. God. I thought she was really getting somewhere too. And I got to that last line. I'm like, really? Really?
Respect her drugs. That's all she said. Respect her drugs.
That is ashamed and a disgrace.
I ain't mad at you.
Really? Oh man. A crackhead be rough now. Even neither one of them is right. But I tell you, a meth head, when they really strung out, they be looking like a totally different person. Like the most you're gonna get out of crackheads is they just might be skinny as all get out. They run really fast. I shouldn't have said that. But a meth head.
I don't know, crackheads.
But a meth head, they
some crazy stuff.
But a meth head, they teeth be rotted out. They be the skin color be changed and hair be gone. Like they be looking rough. They be looking like a science project went wrong. So like, I don't understand why you want to do. I don't understand why you want to put something in your body that like that anyway. But no.
Yeah, child.
It's amazing to me what makes people try things that they try. Like back when bath salts was like a big thing and people was out there doing it and just being just crazy. And I'm like, they were zombified.
But sometimes I want to know who was the first person, like the very first person that thought, let me do this.
Right.
And see what happens. Yeah. Like some of the stuff just doesn't make sense. And I'd be like, who? Why did you think of this? Was it a science experiment where you're trying to cure cancer, but then you found out you could get high off of it? Like, what was it?
I don't get it.
Just like that, what's the little air thing that you use to clean like your computer, electronics and stuff off?
Yes, I used to have some friends that did that. I used to have some friends that did that.
And that thing is cold.
Being at high. They said they liked it. They told me that they liked it because it's a quick high. So like you can hit it, it'll get you like this, like really quick, and then it goes away. So it's not something that lasts a long time. But it's like, but do you keep all your brain cells though? Is what I need to know. Like,
I mean, if it doesn't last a long time, why? I don't.
I guess because you can just go on about your day without having to worry about. I don't know. You had to ask somebody who knows.
I guess because I don't really like the feeling of being high. So I guess that's probably why I don't understand why somebody would want to be high.
Yeah, the one time I got high, like back when I was younger, before I had kids and stuff, I think I was high for 3 days. I was trying to hang with my white friend. Sorry to say white, but I was hanging out with a white friend. They had some brownies. So I was like, okay, I ain't got to actually smoke that and get it all in and be, I ain't got to do all that. Let me give it a try. Man, I was paranoid and high for 3 days.
I'm scared to do edibles. I'm terrified to do edibles. I remember one time, this dude that I was talking to, we had got a room, right? And he smoked all the time. You know, I'm a drinker. So, you know, he was being real romantical. And he had the little bubble bath and everything. Had my little liquor and stuff. And he was in there smoking his blunt. He was like, just hit the blunt, just hit the blunt. And I was like, no. It's like, it's going to make me go to sleep. I don't want to. He's like, just do it one time. So, okay, I hit it. I wake up the next morning. And I was like,
this girl said the next morning. Okay.
And I was like, oh, that was fun last night. He was like, what? And I was like, whatever we done, it was fun. He was like, you trying to be funny? And I was like, no. He was like, you got your naked ass out the tub and got in the bed and went straight to sleep. He said you were waiting everything.
You didn't dry off for nothing.
Didn't dry off for nothing. I was like, well, I dreamed that we had a really good time. He was like, I guess so. You was over there snoring out of it. He was like,
wow.
He was like, I was in here watching TV. You over there. Like, my bad. I told you I'm smart.
Wow. That's funny. Butt, tail, naked, and wet. I cannot.
Well, thank y'all for joining another week of Occasionally Posh. We're going to end this
on a lighter note.
On a lighter note. I know all of y'all are familiar with the Bust It Down challenge, and I have been loving them because y'all girls, y'all been ruling the world with it. I'll be like, yes, queen, yes. I think I'll be liking like everybody's video. But anyway, every once in a while, I might scroll across something that takes me down. And this right here took me down. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever.
Etc.
Out.